All right, guys, we are back again at Chang's Garage. I feel like I just need to pull up a cot or something. Like, I just need to rent out a room at this point with how much I'm over here.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're back at Chang's Garage, back to working on the TSX today. Chang, what are we doing today, bud?
So we're gonna do something fun today. Not really. We are doing some maintenance on the wagon. Now, the most common issue with these K24s in this motor is the VTEC Actuator has a rattle. That rattle is very prominent when it comes to cold starts, and it does.
We are going into the colder months too.
Yes. So with that being said, obviously I want to get that job done with the help of Acura Garage and our good friend Tim. That's going to be here shortly.
Our lovely hand model.
Yes. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked out and show you guys exactly the step-by-step on how to do it in your own garage.
Perfect. Let's get into it.
Yep.
So even though we are focusing on the engine bay today, we're going to go ahead and jack up the car to remove the passenger wheel. For those who don't know, this is a front-wheel drive engine. So instead of the crankshaft pulley being right here, like on the Nismo, your crankshaft pulley is going to be right here on the passenger side. So by removing the passenger wheel, that's going to give us access to those the pulleys and everything that are on the engine right here. So the engine that is inside this Acura TSX Wagon is a K24. It is a 2.4 liter four-cylinder. This motor would be commonly in the Acura TSX, the 9th gen Civics, and I believe the CRV too, right?
Yeah.
So these are going to be very common issues with this engine, and I think this could be a very good umbrella DIY because there's a lot of cars out there with this engine. So hopefully this information could help you and save you a lot of money too. So one thing that I personally love about Hondas and Acuras, you could put the hood into service mode. So the original hood prop would go right here. So as you can see, the hood is up at this angle.
If this falls, this is different.
And there we go. So basically, it just allows the hood to go up at a higher angle, so we have more room to work with, and the hood props out of our way also. Two 10mm bolts. That's just going to help us remove this little cover right here, give us more access to the valve cover bolts. Once you remove these two 10mm, there is a rubber grommet. Go ahead and pull up on this. That rubber grommet goes on right there. Nice.
Wow, I got one out.
On the side of the engine, there is this little bracket that Chang's loosening up right now. There's two 10mm bolts, and that should free up that little bracket right there. Yeah. The coil pack cover has been removed, so now we could go ahead and remove our coil packs. And Chang also bought new spark plugs, so we're going to go ahead and put new spark plugs in today also. 10mm have been removed from the coil packs, so what Chang's going to do is he's going to remove each coil individually. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's too much. Is there just four right for these?
Maybe on the back.
Fucking little shit.
Just pop these little washers off. That way they don't go flying when you take off the valve cover. Come on. Wow, that was in there. There we go.
It's about half. Okay.
This should be good to go. I don't see anything over here. No, that's not the valve cover. Okay. harness from. Yep.
Which is good.
Good.
Nice. How does that look?
That looks like someone took care of their engine. No sludge. Good job. You have a clip puller?
Yeah.
Never mind. Got it.
I'm just gonna give it to you just to be safe. You can just tuck that away.
There we go. And then 10 millimeters up here.
That lower oil pan looks like a leaking a little bit.
Yeah, a little. So once you come into the passenger wheel well, we pulled this plastic out of the way. If you look up here, this is going to be where your chain tensioner is. There's going to be 3 10mm bolts. Go ahead and remove that plate. You're going to get a little flathead, and you're just going to pry up against the back of it to get this cover off. Got it. 19mm goes on the crank pulley. You're going to rotate this clockwise. And as you're rotating it, you want to keep note of the marks on the crank pulley. First set of marks.
First set, so past the first set.
Yep, keep going.
You just let me know when I need to stop.
Yep.
So there's the second set.
I see where the second set is. Okay, stop right there. Okay. Remove these two 12mm. This is holding on to the chain guide for the timing chain. And it's very important to not mix these up, not only for the top part, but this one back here is actually longer than this one. So please make sure you do not mix these two up. On the actual cam gears, there will be, oh, perfect, right there. You'll see these little, oh, go back. You'll see these little punch marks. There's one right here, and there's one on this cam also. That's going to tell you that it's at top dead center. Another thing, right here, there's like a little line. You want to make sure these lines line up. What I'll do is I'll put a little picture of like a schematic to make this easier for you guys to read, but you want to make sure you are at top dead center, and this is basically what gives you the idea that you're at top dead center right here. So at this point, now that the engine is at top dead center, you got the 19mm back on the crank pulley. What we're going to do is we're going to go counterclockwise just a hair. And what that's going to allow us to do, go ahead and go back a little bit. Keep going.
It's about right there.
Is that a hole exposed?
Yeah.
Go ahead and put it in. Good.
Yeah, should be good. It's holding itself in.
All right. Okay, so we're at the point where we have to break the 17mm loose. Honda requires a 24mm, but the 24mm's got a little bit of play. We're gonna try to get this out and see what we could do. Normally on the Honda service manual, they require you to remove this cam. In order to remove this cam, you're gonna have to lubricate it. You're gonna have to tighten it down in certain torque sequence, but we have a better idea. We have a better solution. We're gonna loosen the exhaust cam right here, and we're gonna make sure it stays zip tied to the chain so that way this all stays together. We're going to loosen the exhaust cam. Intake cam's already loosened. And what we're going to do, it's going to allow us to take the sprockets off and put the new VTC solenoid in, and then we could put the exhaust cam back on. Before we break loose the exhaust sprocket, throw some zip ties on the chain just to make sure that it doesn't skip a tooth and it stays in alignment. Also, take advantage of this and mark your teeth. Take a paint marker and mark where it's top dead center so that way you can put this back together and nothing gets messed up. Easier. Oh my God. Night and day difference. There we go. So we're removing the bolt from the VTEC Actuator. And then we're going to remove the bolt from the exhaust cam. At this point, we removed the two bolts that are holding on the sprockets. Chang is going to carefully use a pry bar, and he's going to pry on the back end. All right, so now go to the other side.
Was it right?
Right there. Almost there. All right. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Now, loosen that one. All right. Nice. Okay. Yep. So we have a slight speed bump. While we were putting on the new solenoid gear, we noticed that there was a lot of tension on this chain. Look down on the ground. Our paper clip came out of our chain tensioner. So basically what this means is our chain has tension when it shouldn't. We're kind of jammed up and we're trying to avoid this from slipping any gears or skipping a tooth or anything. So we're going to take out the spark plugs. We're going to ensure we're top dead center. We're going to rotate the crank and we're going to try to keep our marks aligned. This is why it's important to mark your alignments with a paint marker and make sure you line up everything with the marks provided by Honda. What do you think?
It's just a slight speed bump.
Yeah, my boy's nervous.
This is the reason why we got 2-car solutions at the end of the day. But we'll be fine.
Yeah, we're all right. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're rotating. Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
That's too much.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right, so Tim is making sure top dead center, and Chang is just rotating the crank pulley.
We are one tooth off, so we have to take the chain off again.
And this is why we check everything. We were just making sure everything was aligned up, and we were actually off a tooth. Whenever you're doing timing on your cars, just please make sure you take your time, mark everything, line everything up, because if you're off by one tooth, there goes your motor. So just please make sure you double, triple, quadruple check all your marks and make sure that you get this thing timed in right. Once you get everything put back together, your exhaust cam is going to be 51 foot-pounds. Your intake is going to be 82, 83? 83 foot-pounds. So just make sure you torque these down. Also, one last check. You want to make sure your paint marks line up here. You want to make sure these little indentations line up here also, so you know you're top dead center. Chang is now going to rotate the crank pulley, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a full rotation to make sure that our marks are still where they're supposed to be. So go for it, my guy.
Clockwise.
Clockwise. And I'll let you know when you're full rotation in.
Sounds good.
Coming up on it. A little bit more, and I think you're top dead center. I think you're good.
Go.
Yeah. Right there. We have confirmed for the last time that this engine is at top dead center. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to put in our chain guide. And then from there, we could put on the valve cover, get it all put back together, start her up, and be on our way. New valve cover gasket and new tube seals. So before we put the valve cover on, you can see right here, you'll see a little separation in the casting. You want to make sure you put a spot of RTV in each corner. So you want to put one here, 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 and here. Get a little dollop of it. You just want to press it down so it covers in all there. Where's this? All right, so valve cover has been installed. We're going to go ahead and tighten this down and torque everything back. Everything put back together, all the hoses, everything's plugged back in. Chang's going to tighten these down to 9 foot-pounds, and then we're going to make sure he's going to be doing this in a crisscross pattern. That way it seats down evenly. That actually looks really good.
Much better.
That looks so good.
Fucking better than that second shit.
All right, now that the car is on level ground, we're just going to be checking the oil level, making sure we're good. Oh yeah, you got oil, brother. You're good.
All right, cool.
Let's go ahead and get the oil cap back in. There it is.
Is this wire?
Yeah.
It is. Is this smooth? It's not like. Right here, son.
Sounds great.
We need to go for a test drive?
Do you want to go for a test drive?
Probably. Just to be safe.
Are you happy?
As of
You
right
look
now,
nervous.
yeah.
You look.
Slight anxious.
Yeah,
Slight anxious.
I can see it. I can see it.
I'm happy right now.
But hey, it's running.
I'm sure if we drive it, I'm sure I'll tell the difference as far as acceleration. Beyond that point, I just want to be safe before we go anywhere else.
For sure.
I don't want to get straight on the side of the road.
No, I don't blame you. It sounds like it's good. Give me a little rev.
Yeah.
Do you have an intake on this thing? That sounds very throaty for no intake. K24, baby! It's finished. It's running. Everything sounds great. We just took it on a very small test drive.
Small test drive,
Yeah,
back road test drive.
yeah, we just went up and down the street, just wanted to make sure everything was running good. If there was any issues, we would have noticed it on startup, but I get why Chang wanted to go on a test drive. We wanted to make sure everything was tight and sealed, so
Just small precautions.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
all for it.
Insurance, anxiety, mainly anxiety. So, yeah. But other than that, yeah, like Matt said, phenomenal.
Yes.
If our little minor speed bump that we had,
it was quite a speed bump, but we got over it.
Yeah.
Everything worked out. Shout out to the hand model. He's off camera, but he's over there smiling. Oh wait,
the show off his hand.
yeah. But no, we did it.
Yeah, we fucking did it.
We did it.
We all did.
As always, like and subscribe. And I love making content with them. So
Make us money. Make us money.
Hell yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.